Hello and welcome back to another reaction to Fallout. I'm Madam Arm, and today I'll be reacting to Season 1, Episode 4, The Ghouls, where we last left off. Lucy and the ghoul are wandering through the desert. We don't have the head, and yeah, she's dehydrated. He is pissed off. Maximus and his new squire. At the end, Maximus finally stopped abusing his poor squire. Yes, I know he beat him up and stuff, but I don't know. There's a lot going on there. Maximus doesn't make himself the easiest person to root for. At this point, it's easier to root for the ghoul than him necessarily, but maybe he's turning a new leaf. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, this episode is titled The Ghouls, so are we going to see more ghouls, or are we just going to learn more about what made them so much like this? Like, obviously it has to do with radiation, but is there something else up with that? I'm sure all the people who know the games can give me their explanations. I get great explanations as to what timeline we're in and why things look the way they do, and they all make sense to me, even the ones that slightly contradict each other, but I like hearing what people who actually played the games have to say. But just keep in mind, I didn't, so when I say, oh, does this happen because of that, it's not because I'm just ignoring things. I just don't know. But I'm liking this a lot, and maybe I'll play soon, especially considering where my subscriber count is going up. Maybe for 100 subscribers, I will play Fallout. I don't know how I would even pull that off with what I have, but I don't know. I'll do something interesting. Don't know. I can't promise anything, so I can't promise anything concrete, but I'll do something for sure. All right, let's get into this.
Let's go sunning, it's so good for you. Let's go sunning, neath the sky of blue. Greet the sun every morn. Feel as free and happy as the day you were born. Let's go native, sun your cares away.
Looks like a good place to go when you're sick.
Hey, Raj.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Oh. Gosh.
How you feeling?
Super.
Your smooth-faced friend, you might want to clear out before things get ugly.
Oh.
No, not as long as you, though. You've outlasted us all. How long since you first started waste sweating?
A really long time.
It's a lot of vials.
Well, remember how good food tastes.
Whamco mac and cheese.
Ice cream and apple pie.
Oh.
Ah, damn! Apple pie! You know, my mom used to...
Stop, please. I know it's hard up here, but you don't have to.
Really, he doesn't? What should he...
It's a quarantine. They couldn't work the farms together. People starved. My mother included. My dad dropped to 128 pounds, and he still refused to do anything like this. What? What's so funny?
Well, that's what people say they did.
And what they really did.
Well, I bet your daddy was first in line at the cookout.
Another. Why the fuck am I doing all the work?
Well, I'm handcuffed.
Come on, Baldy.
I'm tied up.
Under?
Nothing, huh?
Got a cone around him.
200 years with no contact. The terrible things this creature must have been through. What's he doing?
Oh, no.
Sir, please stop. You will injure yourself.
Fuck you!
And why do you think that is? It upset people. You don't like it when people get upset. But you do.
He's a button pusher.
You're not the only one that feels. Regular boys can get angry and they'll just pee on the wall.
Down and drink it, yeah.
How does that golden rule drive what's going through your head right now?
She still believes in it.
Oh, I'm you, sweetie. You just give it a little time.
It's really hard to run with your hands tied like that. Seem to...
Now that right there
Oh my god.
is the closest thing we've had to an honest exchange so far.
Keeper. How are you handling the death of the father of your unborn baby?
Same. You think so?
Of course. I mean, what can you say?
Do you say something?
Well, he took great
Those are
care
very
of you.
small shoes.
You know, it was and he'd just carry on
Awkward.
until everyone left the room.
What?
Him away from me.
Awful.
Okay, seriously, I wear a
Hate those
size
guys.
6.
It would mean a lot to me.
I think he's wearing a size. What is happening?
Okay, just keep it on. How are you?
Okay, yeah, I guess it's your cousin's not here to screw or play games with or doctor with when you're a child. It's you can do that with her widowed friend. What? I thought if anyone was gonna she was gonna hook up with anyone, it would be the brother. Oh. Oh.
Supply vials. Exchange one female, mint condition.
One female mint condition. I thought he was gonna take out the knife
You're
and
about
be
to
like,
find
okay, I
out.
gotta make both sides match. Yeah, it looks fun. Can, play some games and eat popcorn.
Welcome.
What the fudge?
Fudge, Mark IV. Well, that's what I am. You seem to be a woman.
Please, sir. My name is Lucy McLean. My dad's.
Won't do at all. Let's get you taken care of. Follow me.
We can get one thing fixed.
Too fat, too withered. Ah, this one will do it. Now, he's in a sorry state.
What?
Now, if you give me your hand. Okay.
Ate my head, and I need my head
Not
to
her,
get back
not,
to my dad.
not her head.
That's much better, isn't it?
A little gangrene.
That creature that brought me here.
You seem unhappy.
He did not treat me very good.
Really?
When I pointed out that he wasn't following the golden rule, he put a leash around my neck and he made me drink from pot of water that I'm pretty sure was just some kind of animal pee.
Well, that is interesting.
I mean, I thought I was here to be a sex
Oh.
slave.
No. Exchange for one female, not sex slave.
I'm simply going to harvest your organs.
That looks really good, not gonna lie.
Do you want it?
Yummy. Oh well. Don't put your face too close.
But it was anything but innocent.
Or are you just saying?
Feel like getting out of the house?
Yes.
I'm curious because they had said that the crops had burned down, and so it wasn't news, but well, it was a known thing. Oh, yeah.
The last biosignal detected was 2 years ago.
2 years ago. Yeah, they do. Well, is the implication that Vault 32's crop loss was even worse than they thought, and they were resulting to dark things even before the surface dwellers got in? But, like, why wouldn't they just ask for help?
So it just doesn't make any sense.
Right? This is demented.
Our latest arrival has arrived.
Oh, shit. What are they asking? Nice robot.
Where are you from
I
again?
just watched Idiocracy for the first time a couple of days ago, and I reminding me of Dax Shepard sitting on the couch watching, like, I Got Kicked in the Balls or something. Oh yeah, yeah.
Excuse me. There's no fudge here.
Well, I don't think it's breaking the golden rule if someone else broke it first, including a robot.
Do as I say.
Hostage. Well, an air conditioner sounds nice.
An air conditioner would be a big deal, but you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah. Get them out. I don't know how they'll be able to function, but...
Hey,
Are they
thank you.
Oh. I just missed that all the missing noses. Yeah, they're ghouls.
I
They can
said
function.
all
They're
of them.
super
Lady,
tough.
those ones you don't.
Oh. Maybe listen.
Don't be scared.
What's the deal?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, I taken a little closer look at them. And they seem a little feral. Oh, yeah, that guy was at the point of being feral, so it was kind of almost a mercy that Hooper killed him.
Pardon me, ma'am. Could I help you?
Sometimes it has to be done. Death to
These
management.
people are crazy. If
there were any survivors down here, they probably...
It says it was open from the outside.
No. They need a pit boy to open the door.
They had one.
Whose?
My mom's.
Golden rule, motherfucker.
Oh. Hit the jackpot, I guess. So he didn't have dignity. Gosh darn. Oh boy, well, that was another episode that was something, but I appreciated it a lot. It's interesting seeing what these ghouls under the effects of radiation are when they're even worse off than Cooper. They basically are like mindless zombies that are just so affected that they don't even if they're trying to push through, they're like the first one we saw in that scene in the house. It almost reminded me of someone like severely like drug addicted, which to an extent they would be, but it is for an actual purpose to keep you from turning into a monster. And it seemed so cold when he shot him in the head. And then was like, well, I'm gonna eat him. And as cold as it sounds, eating him would make sense, because it's like, and it's, why waste it? We're in a wasteland. But I think it was almost merciful because he was not well off and he was likely to turn into a monster anyway. But he doesn't necessarily feel like explaining himself to Lucy, even though that would make sense, but why should he have to, in his perspective, have to explain anything when she hasn't been through the kinds of things that he's been through? That being said, his ways of trying to push her to not believe in the golden rule as being a necessary thing, like, you were attacking her and grabbing her face, like, for all she knew, he was gonna kill her, so biting his finger off was justified. But and I think self-defense is a time where the golden rule is not necessarily applicable. And I was really worried. I was like, oh god, now she's gonna walk around without a finger for the rest of the time, but that got fixed. However, I think that Lucy will get more hardened and do the things that she needs to do. She's already proven that she'll do things that she has to do. Like, she's not above committing violence, but it's all in the name of self-defense. And maybe down the line, it'll be a little bit more callous, but I do think it's good for her to still hang on to that hope of it's still right for me to do unto others as I would want done unto me. Like, I think that's kind of the whole point. We wouldn't want her to lose that completely, at least not so early on. She'd have to be through a lot of really bad stuff for that to go away for her even for a certain amount of time. However, it is very interesting learning that the Pip-Boy to open the vault was their mother's, and the ghoul earlier reacted to the name McLean. So I'm wondering if he knew her mother. So I'm also, it was like the whole thing with Vault 32 is that they clearly were suffering before, a couple years before those raiders even got in there. But for it to reach to the point that it did, there's still some questions to be asked there because, you know, these vaults, you would think they would be helping each other. They'd reach out, but some people were clearly unhappy with what was going on. It makes me wonder if Lucy's mom is still alive. Maybe her Pip-Boy is being used by someone else, like the Raiders, because clearly, what's her face knew her. She said to Lucy, "You look so much like your mom." If they are using hers, or she willingly let them in. But if everyone said that she died, how'd she get out? What? There has to be a deeper layer to that, like some kind of conspiracy. Like maybe their dad knew. And as we covered, the ghoul knows the name. So strange. Speaking of the ghoul and Lucy, like I said, they have an interesting dynamic, and I think it's important to have these opposing characters around each other in order to not only compare perspectives, but also have perspectives be altered because of them. I have made the mistake before of not looking for spoilers, but just like coming across things on Tumblr. And oh, guys, like, do you seriously have to ship these two? Why? Like, I get enemies to lovers sometimes, but like some of you take it so far. It's so weird what your romanticized fetishes. I mean, like what you like, but I do see some rants where it's like people being like, "Oh, you're getting scared because did this thing," or and it's like nobody is scared. They just think you're annoying. I personally think it's weird to have fan art of a girl who's around my age, which yes, that's an adult. That's late 20s. Getting like taken from behind by the ghoul. Personally, I think it's weird. Because he sold her for her organs. Like, I'm sorry, and it's not. It has nothing to do with morality because it's the TV show. If they wanted to hook up, they could, but like, it would be their business. But it's not about morality in that sense, because like I said, it would be up to them. But like, it's weird. But that's more their thing. Not that even at this point I really even ship her with Maximus. That being said, we haven't seen a lot of their interaction together, so I might change my mind. But Maximus is his own. He's got his own problems. We at least understand more why the ghoul is the way he is right now. Maximus is just constantly frustrating and making bad decisions. But hey, we didn't get him in this episode. Maybe him and his squire were making great decisions during this particular time. I'm not judging anyone for what they like. I don't get why you like it. Maybe down the line I will change my mind, but as it stands at this particular moment, I don't agree, but you can always change your minds. To a degree, have shipped like Buffy and Spike at certain points. I was like, when they introduced his whole crush on her, I was like, yeah, that could be interesting. And then I saw the 6th season and I was like, yeah, it was interesting. It was a lot of like hitting him in the head and then everything else. I still like the characters and I think it's an interesting dynamic. So I'm not saying anything bad about them. So I can support that stuff in fiction. I just don't quite get the appeal of Lucy and the Ghoul yet, other than certain people just seem to go, oh, yeah, some people just see two characters that have opposition or one is being abusive towards the other and they're just like, oh, they don't like each other. I ship it automatically. And it's like, there has to be like a deeper reason than that. Like, otherwise, you're just being a little bit weird. It's like the whole Shadow and Bone thing back when that show was releasing, and then people who didn't even read the book knew that some people had the one toxic ship with Alina, and they were like, well, I don't care what anyone says, like, I already know it's great. And it's like, you didn't read the book, and also the author said that that would never be a canon thing, even though they were all like yelling at her for it to happen, because she modeled that relationship out of an extremely abusive relationship she had in real life, in which she was like really mistreated, and it was like a whole domestic thing, and people were still that insensitive. But like, it's like, I'm not gonna watch The Burning Bed and say Farrah Fawcett should have stayed with her husband because like getting smacked around in front of your kids is hot or something. Not that that's on the same level, but if I were to ship Ghoulsy or whatever the whatever the hell this ship is called, I'd need a little bit more development where I can see past some of this early stuff that's really terrible to do, albeit as wacky and funny as it is. Just like, I'd actually need to see her interact with Maximus and also see growth from him for me to even want that, because I really like Lucy, and I just want her to achieve the things she needs to achieve, and it's not all about shipping, god damn it. Oh boy. So, though I look forward to whatever adventures we've got going on next. I really want to know the whole dealio with Vault 32, why everyone went crazy, or lost their minds, whatever is the right thing for me to say. Why Rose is involved where she is, if the ghoul will take what Lucy said to heart. I can't imagine just like an instantaneous change just because she showed him some mercy. But maybe that and reflecting on what he watched in the movie and memories will have the inklings of a shift of a perspective. We didn't get Maximus in this episode, but hopefully we continue the trend with him and his squire the next episode, that it's like a little bit reflective and like kinder. And Lucy, I don't ever want her to lose her kindness, but I want her to understand more so that being kind and treating people the way you want is just deeply something you want. And it's right, not just because of the words, it's right or it's wrong. It has to truly mean something. Like, whenever she says, like, oh, torture's wrong, it's like, yeah, the whole point is he doesn't care. You have to deeply care, and I think that she does. However, she unfortunately has to realize that there are those in the world that you can't save. If they're ghouls and they're gone like that, you have to, unfortunately, realize that things like that happen and you can't trust everyone. And sometimes you have to defend yourself, which she did. Well, I'll cut it off here because I want to get repetitive. It was a really good episode. I enjoyed it greatly. I am loving these characters. Alright, so next time for my Fallout reactions, I'll be reacting to Season 1, Episode 5, titled The Past. But, till next time, I'm Madam Arm,